McINTYRE. In the red corner, let's hear for Joe Johnson.
K1 style is denoted by obviously boxing, head and body, kicks to the leg, to the body, to the head, being able to clinch and throw a single knee, and you must release. You can't use a Thai style clinch and repeatedly knee your opponent. Once you've thrown the knee, you have to release him. You can also throw a knee without clinching. So we should see a mixture of styles and techniques here, not just the boxing, but obviously the kicking. Will they favour the low kick? Will they favour the boxing? Will they favour the knee strike? We'll find out.
They both come from well-respected kickboxing gyms as well, James, but
absolutely,
both gyms are actually good boxing gyms as well. Oh, lovely straight right hand there.
Fantastic combination there thrown by Jake McINTYRE of Loose Cannons. Mixing up well now between the hands and the legs. Little knee there went in by Joe. Jack McINTYRE wearing the green Thai style shorts. Joe Johnson of the Manor wearing the blue and black shorts. Little high kick there. Looked like to the head. I wasn't sure if it landed from this position, this angle. Nice round kick to the body there by Johnson. That was a slip. Just caught the leg in a slip. No knockdown. The referee will wipe the gloves, allow them both fighters to re-engage.
Quite a fast-paced start of the fight, James.
Very, very fast pace. K1 can be taken at a quick pace. A little bit different than Muay Thai, where you tend to fight in bursts. These fighters in the K1 style are really throwing leather.
Looks like Jake McINTYRE's got quite a nasty little cut below his eye. It's a bit swollen.
It is just below his left eye. As Johnson throws an overhand right there. Nice little left jab down the middle from Johnson onto McINTYRE's cheek. Is that going to make the cut worse there?
Johnson looked like he was breathing quite heavy there as well. I'm not sure if he's starting to tire.
Absolutely. I think both fighters have set such a fast pace that they're both starting to breathe very heavy. Little inside hooks to the body. McINTYRE there looking for the knee for the inside, and the referee breaks the fighters after he throws a knee.
It seems another clash of styles, James, where both fighters like to box on the inside.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of little punches being thrown on the inside there to the body and to the head. Nice right hand there to the body from Johnson.
Jake McINTYRE looks like he's really swelling up around the eyes.
I need to look at that. From this position, as he turns there, yes, a lot of swelling underneath the left eye there particularly. Is Johnson going to take advantage of that? Misses with a low kick there, McINTYRE. Joe Johnson leading off there with a right hand. Very fast-paced fight. Straight 1-2 and the gum shield comes out. The referee separates the fighters, calling time.
Johnson seems to be having quite a lot of success with the 1-2.
Absolutely, a nice clean, quite a rangy fighter as well. So
yeah,
he's certainly going to get the range on those shots. The referee waves the fighters back in.
Oh, overhand right hand
there. However, McINTYRE comes back strong. And there's the bell to end the first round.
Lovely first round, James. Very fast-paced fight.
Corners come out the ring as we head to the second round of this K1 contest with Jake McINTYRE of the Loose Cannons Gym against Joe Johnson of the Manor. Okay, both fighters straight back into the action there. Knees, uppercuts, going in.
Yeah, the second round's just started exactly the same as the first one.
Absolutely. They've picked it up where they left off. Joe fighting well on the inside. Nice low kick there from McINTYRE. Although again, Joe's keeping his composure. Joe's tending to fall in a little bit now as he throws the 1-2. I'm wondering if that's going to leave him exposed to the uppercut or the knee from McINTYRE.
Yeah, McINTYRE seems to favour the knee when he's there. You go, he just went for the knee there as he threw the 1-2 again.
It's an interesting matchup, very evenly matched fighters. Now McINTYRE's coming forward with a lot of aggression, but Joe Johnson standing there and throwing toe-to-toe.
Jake McINTYRE just biting down on his gum shield there, just took a big right hand over the top.
Absolutely. Joe Johnson complaining to the referee there.
I think he's complaining because he's when he's in the clinch, he's holding more than one knee.
Right, well, as we said at the start, it's a single knee from the clinch. If he's throwing multiple knees, that's from like the Thai style clinch. Joe made a bit of a tactical error throwing that lazy front kick. Lovely right hand from Joe, but McINTYRE comes back. And Joe throws a lovely knee, toe to toe. Come on, Joe, get the gum shield back in.
I think the pace of the fight's starting to take toll a bit on Joe. Is he going to be sick?
What's happening here?
It looks like he could be sick. No, he's got it back in.
I'm concerned about Joe with the gum shield coming out there. Joe's coming back strong. McINTYRE can perhaps sense that he has Joe on the back foot. If Joe can perhaps go back to the straight 1-2, both fighters there are getting very aggressive. It looked as if McINTYRE was trying to lift Joe. I'm concerned about Joe Johnson right now.
I'm pretty certain he's going to be sick, James, but he keeps gagging.
Both fighters throwing over the top of us right now. I'm concerned about Joe Johnson. He seems to be a bit disengaged from the fight. I'm concerned about Joe Johnson. He seems disengaged from the fight a little bit now. With his gum shield not coming out, his hands dropping. I think the referee needs to have a good look at this.
I think from when he made the mistake before, James, and Jake caught his leg and he come over the top of the right hand, I think it hurt him. And I think it's hurt him more than it's actually shown.
I agree. Joe's shown a lot of heart to come back, but he's dropping his hands. Again, his corner complaining about the two knees there from the clinch. If Joe can just keep his hands up, perhaps.
Oh, lovely shots by
and
Joe.
rally back.
Lovely.
We have a war,
Joe's
ladies
really
and gentlemen.
going for it now.
Second round. It's 3-minute rounds, I should point out, with it being K1. It's a 3-minute round match.
Jake's just had a point took off in there for kneeing more than once in the clinch, which is what we mentioned earlier on in the round.
Absolutely. As we started this bout rather, we did point out that in the K1 rule system, you can only throw a single knee from the clinch. In fairness to the fighter, sometimes when the adrenaline's going, you may throw one, two or three. However, this does have to be penalised and recognised by the referee.
Yeah, when someone's saying shots back at you, I can't imagine you counting 1, 2.
Agreed. And he's swollen, but he seems very focused on winning this fight.
Yeah, I think Johnson come back in the end of the round. I think he come on quite strong. Hopefully he can carry that on into the third round, because I think the fight's really close with that point deduction.
Very close. I agree, very close. If Joe can perhaps stick to that long right hand and low kick, just keep McINTYRE on the outside, perhaps he can come back nicely in this third round. Jabs going in from McINTYRE. Johnson steps in, throws that right hand lovely, but walks into a shot.
Oh,
but he's still throwing. Johnson's throwing head and body and knees.
They're both throwing everything but the kitchen sink at it now. Like, they're both really going for it. Oh, lovely punch.
Steps in with the right hand and lands it. Johnson's working those body shots beautifully on the inside.
It seems like there could have been a change of tactics on the from the Johnson side. Now when he's on the inside, he's working the body rather than throwing the 1-2 and trying to stay at range.
Yeah, it's certainly he's having a lot of success with that. Lovely jab and inside low kick there from Johnson. Misses with the right hand, but succeeds with the right knee to the body. Cameraman Lee taken out there as both fighters fall back onto the corner. McINTYRE tries for like a jumping round kick, almost a scissor kick to the body. Johnson comes back with a little jumping knee of his own. Very close fight. Johnson again having trouble with his gum shield. Johnson, put your hands up there. Johnson's gum shield has come out. He seems to have trouble keeping his gum shield in.
Yeah, I've got a feeling he's spit it out on purpose, James.
That's very possible, just to get himself a breather.
Oh, lovely.
Coming back strong.
Every time he spits a gum shield out and puts it back in, has that little breather, he seems to come back with a big combination.
Absolutely. Nice low kick there. I think that maybe hurt
I
Johnson.
him
And
see
again.
a hop on the leg, yeah.
Yep. But Johnson coming back with some lovely right knees to the legs of McINTYRE. Neither fighter giving ground.
Oh, lovely by Johnson. Lovely combination.
Billy Soul there having to split the fighters. Great fight. All the audience is engaged here. Even the fighters are coming out the dressing room to watch this. McINTYRE seems to have a lot of strength. Shaw needs to get his hands up and maybe look for that right hand over the top again.
Yeah.
Joe turning away.
Yeah, he's just gagging on the gum shield again.
He's. However, that is not the problem of the other fighter. If he's having trouble with his gum shield, that should have been addressed before the fight. I don't know if a referee can actually pause a fight because of the fight having trouble with his gum shield repeatedly.
If he's having trouble with his gum shield repeatedly, he should either take a point off or just let the fight carry on.
Agreed.
Johnson just complained to the referee at the end there. What a fight, two great warriors there. Like, fight of the night from here to now, that James. Like.
I agree. Fantastic. Again, as we're commentating, we're not scoring the fight, we're commentating on the fight. And there is a difference there. It's hard to score a fight when you commentate on the fight, because perhaps you're not looking at all the moves, you're not seeing all the
Please put your hands together.
Yes, I'm good there, James.